Welcome to Homer High School. I'm excited to start the 2020-2021 school year. Wanted to take a little bit of time to show you around the high school. There are a few things that look different than when we were all last here together. Before we do that though, I want to congratulate our seniors, the class of 2021, as they begin their senior year. It's going to be a great senior year. And I want to extend a special welcome to the class of 2024 as they enter high school. Just because these are unique times doesn't mean they can't be great times. We're here at the Pillars entrance at Homer High School. It's also referred to as entrance number 1 now. As you look at some of the new traffic patterns at drop-off and pickup, we will be referencing exit numbers. So this is entrance or exit number 1. Primary purpose for this in the morning will be for parent drop-off. There'll be a screening station here for students to report to as parents drop students off. To help with the congestion on our surrounding streets, parents will be directed to come in off of Center Street in the opposite direction they're used to in the morning. In the afternoon, our buses will pick up here at 2:30 for our students who are busing. We'll actually have our traditional lineup that starts at the Center Street intersection with our north bus loop, and buses will line up all the way to the south end of the building. Entrance number 4 is the entrance by the attendance office and our parking lots just off of Center Street. In the morning, that entry point will be for our students who walk to school as well as our student drivers. Again, people who arrive to that parking lot area will see a screening point where students will report to, and they'll then enter the building at entry exit number 4. Students busing to school in the morning will be dropped off at entry point 16, the far south end entrance to the building. Buses will pull up, students will get off, and they'll report to a screening station that will be right there at that south end of the building. Again, these changes are to spread out the number of places our students, staff are entering, and again, help with social distancing. In the afternoon, students will board their buses in front of the high school similar as they have before. Our buses will all be in a line along the north end and south end bus loops along the front of our building adjacent to 281. Our student drivers and student walkers will be dismissed ahead of the buses coming in. Our goal is for them to leave the campus. That should provide space in the Center Street parking lot. We're going to ask parents again not to come too early. I know in the past folks have wanted to come at as early as 1:30 to pick up students for 2:30 dismissal. We're really going to ask that you try not to come before the buses go at 2:30, and that will allow, again, our student drivers as well as buses to get out of that parking lot. There'll actually probably be spaces for a parent to park in where students normally park, and our driveways will be clear. We're here now just inside the Pillars entrance, entrance 1 to Homer High School. One of the changes this year will be changes in our visitors policy. We really enjoyed having people come and go fairly freely in the building with regards to visiting. Obviously our security measures of screening to make sure everybody's appropriate and safe for the building have always been in place and will continue to be in place. But this year we're trying to limit visitors. As we know, we're trying to limit the number of people in our building in general. If you're coming to the high school this year to visit, really you need to call ahead, need to have a defined purpose if possible, please. We're going to direct you to entrance 1 to the Pillars entrance, and we'll have some temporary visitor parking each day out there. Our buses line up here about 2:15 every day, so again, for visitors, we're going to not allow visitors in the building during that bus lineup process in the afternoon. So appreciate your help. If you're coming to the high school, you'll come to the main office, enter via Pillars entrance 1, and you'll park there along the driveway just outside. Number of spaces at Homer High School will look a bit different than students remember them from last spring. We're here in the small side of the cafeteria at Homer High School, and you'll notice individual student desks socially distanced. This space is available if we need it to flex. Will also be available for students during periods 5, 6, and 7 as a space to eat lunch. We're here just outside entrance 16 at Homer High School. Our school buses will unload students here that have taken the bus to school in the morning. Students will come up and they'll find a screening station here where they'll be screened and then enter the building. When our students enter the building at the start of the day, their routine will be different than it has been before. The students will be asked to report directly to their first period classes and await the start of first period. Our school breakfast program will be available, and they'll have grab-and-go breakfast foods for purchase or for students to pick up at various points where students are entering throughout the building.
Classrooms at Homer High School meet all New York State guidelines for health and safety. Desks and students will be 6 feet apart, with each room being thoroughly cleaned both during and after the school day. In addition, there will be many signs and directions throughout the high school to direct students where they need to go in a safe manner. If you have any questions about the school day in the high school, please contact the high school main office.